What's up everybody, it's Ayden here, and today I'm bringing you my first ever tutorial. My tutorial is going to be today on film bars and how you can achieve that cinematic look using film bars in Premiere Pro. For this example, I'm going to be using these clips. And if you like the way that looked, I flew my drone, Mavic Pro, in the middle of winter, in the middle of a storm, and I used those film bars, the cascading film bars, to sort of achieve that cinematic look that I wanted, and that cinematic feel that I wanted in order to make that video look great. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to hop right into Premiere Pro. See you in Premiere Pro.
Alright, once you've loaded up Premiere Pro, you're going to import your footage, whether it be drone footage, B-roll, slow motion, etc., into your project. For the sake of time, I've already done that using the clips from the sequence at the beginning of this video. So you've loaded up your footage, you've cut it down to the right lengths, and you've put them in your preferred order in your timeline. Let's say you've color graded it, you've added sound effects, and you've added music, and you just want to add one more touch to make it just a bit more cinematic. Get that footage looking buttery and smooth and beautiful, something that you want to share with your audience. And you've decided that film bars would be a great way to get the job done. So for me, what I do is I always use adjustment layers. What I'll do is I'll create a bin and I'll title it bars. As you can see in the lower left hand side over here under project, I've created this bin labeled bars, and in it I already have my adjustment layer set up. I use adjustment layers specifically because if I put it in and I can manipulate it, and then if it turns out that I don't like it in the end, I can completely scrap that adjustment layer and start over without having to delete any of my footage and starting over there. So you're going to drag your adjustment layer right onto the timeline and expand it to however length you want it. I'm going to set it to the sequence for all my clips here. I've already color graded this. So for this adjustment layer, so in order to get the film bars, what you're going to do is you're going to go over to effects down here and you're going to type in crop. Under transform, you're going to get this little crop effect, and you're going to drag and drop that right onto the adjustment layer. And under effects controls for this adjustment layer, if you scroll down, you're going to see a little section that says crop. So for the top and bottom, I usually set it to about 12%. After that, if you look over over by your timeline, just above it, you're going to see the video, and you'll see that the film bars have already come in. So that's about where you're going to get that. It's going to give you a nice sort of wide screen for your footage to make it look more cinematic, sort of like they do for big movies and short films and stuff like that. Now, if you want to have those bars sort of fade in, what you're going to do is you're going to come back over and you're going to set both top and bottom to 0. Then you're going to set keyframes for both top and bottom, and I usually scroll in about a full second into my video. Then you're going to come back over here and you're going to put in, I prefer 12%. You guys can sort of get a feel for what works for you. And then from there on out, you're going to have those film bars. Now let's say you want to have them fade out at the end, or you can just have them just abruptly get rid of them. So once you scroll through frame by frame until you get to that end point, what I do is I scroll back a full second. So for me, I'm going to go back to 45:22, about right there. And then this adjustment layer, I will set another keyframe scroll forward back to my second, all the way to the end of my footage. And on this adjustment layer, I'm going to set everything back to 0. Therefore, you have your adjustment layer already set up. And then you can sort of see that when it finally renders, you sort of have this fade in, fade out process for these film bars on your footage. It's gonna give it that cinematic feel that you're looking for. So just make sure that if you're going to add film bars to your footage, you want to already have an adjustment layer on the timeline. Therefore, you don't have to go back and scrap any of your footage. And then drag over your music, everything. Make sure that it lines up perfectly, and then you'll get something like the sequence that I had at the beginning of this video. You can also see that just in case I messed up, I had all of this stuff nested over here off to the side. You can also nest things to sort of clean up your timeline if you're continuing to make a video that's going towards a vlog, or if it's going towards a travel video. Just make sure you guys can nest things to sort of clean up the timeline as you move along. Alright, and now we can save our project and hop out of Premiere.
Now that we're out of Premiere Pro, I hope you guys loved this tutorial. If you guys like this tutorial, please leave a big thumbs up and click that subscribe button if you haven't already, because subscribing to my channel means a lot to me, and it will help you find future tutorials and other videos like this without having to type my name into the search bar. Alright, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.